Hello everyone, welcome back to, I almost said Bioshock, welcome back to Spiderman PS4. In the last episode, we did a lot, actually. So, we said rest cameos, because he shows up in this game once we meet MJ, who's also in this game, and it sucked. It sucked that Stan Lee died, and I think it's bad, but we're not gonna let that ruin this episode, because we're not going to let that ruin the mood. Not ruin this episode. We're going to not let it ruin the mood. Because I remembered who Michael Lee looks like. Oh my god. Well, I more have looked it up. But Michael Lee, it doesn't, more of a one-on-one comparison. It doesn't quite look like it. But Raphael Park, hold on. This is why I have my trusty Dancy phone next to me so I can look this up. Raphael Park. That's Rap-Gal Park. That's not what I was looking for. You won't see it on the screen, but if you look it up, you'll see it. Raphael. That's not what I was going for. Raphael. 2 L's. Still not what I was going. Okay, hold on. Comedian. There we go. Images. It's the 5th. Alright, it's Randall Park, spelled Randall Park. He looks just like, or not just like, but very similar to Michael Lee. And this isn't like, oh, all Asians look the same. No, I mean, Ken Jeong doesn't look like Michael Lee, but Randall Park does. And I'm happy I figured that out, because I realized that way too early on, and I couldn't think of the person who it was. Either way, Otto's talking about bullying people. I don't know what he's talking about. But in this episode, we're going to be tackling all of the landmarks. All 2,873 of them. So, yeah. It's a lot. And it's definitely sucky. But, you know what? It's just something we gotta get used to. So, I believe there are like 50-something landmarks. I'm not sure how many there are exactly. But there are definitely like 50-something. Just like with the backpacks. If you're curious how I decided this, I actually just pulled up a die on my phone and said 1 and 2 were shocker, 2, 3 and 4 were the landmarks, and 5 and 6 were the backpacks. Really, I was, I want to do the backpacks, but at the same time, I don't mind waiting for them. But I want to do the backpack because of one of the special things with getting them is that you're able to upgrade your stuff, right? And not upgrade. Well, more of able to get the things that are able to allow me to get the things I want, which is a single suit that is actually the repaired version of the suit that we had in the beginning of the game, the one that got all messed up, and then Dr. Otto saw us fixing it, and he was like, "Oh, you're Spider-Man's suit fixer-upper," or whatever it is. Yeah, that suit. Or I can just show it to you because I have that capability. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. This suit, the classic suit repaired. I really want that web blossom, and I'll explain more when we actually get it because it's really good. But it's definitely something. It's definitely something really good. Also, King T'Challa. Imagine getting bit by a radioactive panther. First off, panthers don't immediately bite. I don't think they more stalk you and kill you, and then they try to bite you. Or maybe that's just me. But I don't think that's how that works. Also. Hi guys, what's up? I mean, I wasn't going to do this, but I might as well. Never hurts, My timer's gonna die, and you might be wondering what my timer is. It's funny enough, actually, just my phone, because it's easy to make a timer on that. So it's that. Yeah, but still, it's about to die. It's at like 29%, so I don't have that money. I can't make a ton of videos. Funny enough, I was actually only going to record one video today, but because it's actually really fun to get into recording, I've recorded 3. Not because I don't want to record, but it's more of like I don't have that much time. Plus, it's like, I got like stuff to do, like there's an outline for my AP World class that I need to work on. That's not due tomorrow or anything. It's due actually Thursday, but still, it's like a thing I should work on. Especially because I have an orthodontist. I mean, it's not like I won't be able to work on it afterwards. It's just, I don't know. I want it done. That's it. But this, because it's my hobby and I can time things out really well, this is right now more important to me. Because, you know, this is something I might not actually be able to do in a few days just because of my schedule, which is not actually a set schedule. It's more of like, oh, I have time to do this today. Yeah. People always ask me how I have so much time. It's very simple. While everyone else is doing like clubs and you know, being athletic and stuff, I'm not. I mean, I'm in a club, but the club requires me to. I'm actually in two. The club requires me to go to school for an hour after school for an hour on Thursdays for practice, and then sometimes Tuesdays, depending on like if we have a competition, because it's academic competition, and you know we practice for that because I'm smart. Basically, I have so much time because that's basically how I've set my life up. Right, that's it. That's really it. Okay, we have to get pretty deep in here. These landmarks, a lot of them are bunched up together, and they go by really fast, as you'll probably end up noticing. Like, you know, there's like these three right here are bunched up. These three over here are bunched up. You're gonna notice a lot of them are really bunched up, so this video shouldn't take too long. But it's still just more of a thing where it's like, this is gonna take a minute just because it's a lot, you know. Oh, if you're curious, when we are going to do the side missions, they're going to be, like, its own separate thing. This series is probably going to be a lot longer than it probably should be. But, of course, we're going to have side series that I'm going to try to keep up with doing, because that's actually really fun, I think. I think the next side series is going to be a pretty short game. Well, I mean, most side series do end up being pretty short. Like, look at the DLCs of Bioshock. It ended up being only a few episodes. Actually, by the time this episode came out, it should actually either be finished or there should only be one more episode left, or maybe two depending on the schedule, but still, yeah, it's whatever. Either way, we still have like not that much stuff to do. Funny enough, the only collectible, like quote collectible, that I'm not putting any effort to for a video is crimes, because crimes are such a random thing that I can't exactly just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna set this day, this is going to be the day where I just tackle all of the collectibles. No, I can't exactly do that for a few reasons, because it's, again, like I said, it's random and it's RNG, but it's more of like a, just, you know, it sucks. And I don't mind doing them just as I play the game. And now that I've beaten the game and I understand, like, what the crimes really are and how you're supposed to do them, it's more of just like a thing, you know, it's just a thing you do. You don't really care. You just do it. Also, let me just do this. Let me just charge my meter up, I guess. Oh, also, I'm not even using any of my new abilities that we got last episode. Not because I don't want to use them. It's just more if I forgot about them. Okay, come here. Thank you. Yeah, so these fat guys suck. We're gonna get an upgrade later. Okay, bye. We're gonna get an upgrade later on that allows us to pick them up, which makes them very, very trivial. It's gonna trivialize them, because it's, again, super easy. Okay, can I just take a picture of it? Thank you. Yeah. Please let me know if you are enjoying the series. I personally am enjoying playing through it again, because it's, you know, I beat Spider-Man fairly recently, and it's not like I dislike the game at all. I really enjoy it. So it's pretty nice to replay it again so soon, especially. There's a lot of games that I'll play through and then I don't want to play again because they're either really long or like they get really boring, or I don't like doing their beginning. Like, look at High Wall of Dark Souls 3. The only reason I haven't played that game again is because High Wall is so boring. That's legitimately the only reason why I have not played Dark Souls 3 again in a few months. It's because the High Wall, the first area of the game that isn't a tutorial, is the most boring area of that game, and it sucks.
Mott Street, the main street of Chinatown.
Main Street of Chinatown. I actually have, there was a field trip a few years ago for me that I had to go on, because I actually took a Chinese class, a Mandarin Chinese class in when I was younger. No, 2 years ago. We actually had to go to Chinatown. It was not New York, actually. It was Annapolis. But it was the greatest field trip I've ever been on, and still, like, compared to, like, any field trip I've been on, which has been, like, I guess any of my competition meets could count as a field trip, technically. But still, it's like a thing.
And it's not even Black Friday. Ever hear a knocking?
Still, either way, it's been the best field trip I've ever had, just because it's like it was such an experience, like getting that. I don't know, like it was. If you guys can go to Chinatown, I'd go to Chinatown. It's one of the most interesting experiences one can do, because it's well, you're enjoying other people's culture, but also you're it's just like Chinatown is such like a interesting area. Plus, you can go supermarkets there with $10 and leave with the entire store. It's amazing. I went there and I had $20 in my pocket. Legitimately, I spent like the majority of the $20 there, and I got 2 giant bags of fortune cookies, a bunch of candies, and like things I ended up sharing with my friends on that trip. It was a very fun field trip, and I would say if you have the time, or if you ever like want to explore that area, go for it. It's such an interesting area. And yeah, like as someone who was taught Mandarin at the time, it was also really cool. But since then I've completely forgot. Of course, but I'm taking German now. I moved, so it's like hard to keep the same like language, especially when when you move and you can't. There isn't an area where you can learn Mandarin anymore. But German it's pretty cool because it's part of my heritage, and heritage is all what I'm about. Speaking of heritage, I mean, this of course happened a while ago, but like Spotify teamed up with Ancestry.com and was like, we're gonna have your history beats due to your heritage, and I'm like, that's such a bad idea. It's gonna be a very racist thing. Like, oh, you are 2% African. Here is some tribal music. Like, what? That's not what I wanted. Of course, that's not. I mean, that's great. That's great for them. If they like the music, that's cool. But that's not for me.
That's a keeper.
But still, like, I don't know. Like that. Like, because I have this platform. It's just like it's a thing that it's just like, I don't know. Like, that's not right. That's not cool. It's just weird. I don't know. What?
Forgot how much I love photography.
What is that a picture of? I actually don't know what that was a picture of. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, is it Josie's? That is Josie's. Where do we go next? Oh, we have to head back because we need to pick that up. Actually, this is down. Wow, I really did miss a lot. Jeez. Yeah, how did I miss this one building behind? Oh, back here. Like, this is... Yeah. We're already, like, halfway through everything. Because I think there are more things down than there were up. If I take a good fat look. Yeah, there's like maybe 7 things on the top map. And there's like 53 on the bottom. But still, this goes pretty quick. Especially when you know where the things are. And because we got the Oscorp satellites last episode. We know exactly where everything is. Because they show up. Unlike a certain other type of picture where it's, funny enough, not something we can see on the map because it's secret photography. And if you do all 50 pictures of them, and again they're all hidden, you get a achievement. No, you don't. I'm lying. That was a lie. But you get a suit, which I will actually end up just showing off at the end of the series, most likely, when we have when we have done everything at that point. So yeah. And don't worry, I'm not gonna just, make you sit through me getting every secret photo in an episode, even though it'd be pretty easy to do that. But they're kind of hard to see, so it's like that. Either way, I'll probably end up, unlike the landmarks in this series, the normal landmarks, we'll probably end up just gonna get them throughout the series. And if I don't end up getting them all, I'll just show you the end result, not the end result, but more of the end product. On my other file, because actually on that other file I actually got it. if we reach level 50, we do get a perk saying that we can see all the hidden ones. That is that they only show up once we have once we have level 50, but also once we're close to them on the mini-map, which really sucks because it's like, that's just useless at that point. So there's that. Yeah. Sometimes I just need to breathe. Jeez. Daily Bugle. What a news source. See, I only get my news from a reliable source. I only get it from the fat place known as, Club Penguin News or whatever it's called. You have no license. Oh man. Soon I'm gonna be doing cars and stuff because I gotta. Yes, I'm actually gonna be doing cars. Little do people know that I'm actually have a huge fetish against the Pixar's, Disney's, whoever it is. I think it's Pixar's cars. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, that's always fun. See, I don't like women. I like cars. And I also sexually identify as jorts. I'm also 26 months pregnant. See, I make a lot of jokes like that, and they either stick or they don't. So we're hoping this one sticks or it just doesn't, because it's not something that's extremely funny, but when it works out, it works out. Yeah. So recently I had a bunch of Christmas money because it's Christmas and that's how that works. So I decided to pick up a few games. I had like $100 and I spent it all on PS4 cards because that's like, why not? It was $100 worth of GameStop cards, and like 3 of the cards I had were from my birthday. So you get used to it. So I had like $100 in PS cards, and I spent it all on PS4 stuff because that's obviously what I was going to spend it on because it's a PS4 card. Right. So I ended up getting a few games. I ended up getting the DLCs for this, as I said in the past episode where I said I got the DLCs for this game, which, again, you will all see. But also, I ended up getting games like Death's Gambit, Hollow Knight, and, lastly, the Spyro games. The Spyro Reignited Trilogy. And look out, because I might do a playthrough on those in the future, because they are really... the first one's really short, I know that. Like, it's quite short. And as someone who is already like 70% through the game and has only been playing it for a day, it's definitely a series I would love to do. Oh, I mean, I should probably say this now. I'm sorry if you guys don't like the camera, the thing, just kind of being there for this entire episode. It's just much easier having it up while we're trying to, run around the city trying to get pictures of everything. Overall, it just makes my life just that much easier. If you don't like it, I am sorry, but it'll only be this episode because there isn't anything that we need to take episode for. So there's that. Yeah, either way, yeah, I picked up the Spire games, and so far I'm playing the first one. It's really good. If you don't have them, I'd say pick it up, or not to plug my channel or anything, but watch my series of it. That's going to be coming out soon. Well, I say coming out soon. This game needs to definitely get some work into it. And I need to finish up the Bioshock Infinite stuff. Well, I already am. On your guys' side, I do. And I'm not sure if it's going to be the first game I want to start off with. I'm thinking about doing maybe a blind playthrough of Hollow Knight or something on the channel to keep it freshened up. Because this game isn't hard. It's more of just like a leisurely stuff. If I put on Hollow Knight, a game I have not played, and I know it's very difficult because it's... it's Dark Souls inspired. Not exactly, but there's definitely inspiration from it because of the difficulty of it and due to the gameplay and all that jazz. Not trying to say, oh, it's Dark Souls. No. I can understand when a game's trying to be its own game, but I also know that there's inspiration from other games, which makes sense. Like Death's Gambit is a Dark Souls and Shadow of the Colossus game, the inspired game. And I understand that, of course, not trying to take any credit away from the creators, of course, because they did a fantastic job on the game, and they need to take credit for it, or they should be given credit for it, especially because it's their game and they put so much effort into it. But I am saying that due to the inspiration, it is a game that I would enjoy. So yeah. But I'm thinking about doing like a let's play of that on the series, on the channel, where again it's blind, as I said before, and as we all know, doing a game blind is a lot harder than doing it like you already know it, because it's blind and you have no idea what's to come. And also, I have the DLCs for that game, so that's gonna be a fun time, because that's gonna be a real fun. Doing those DLCs are gonna be so fun. Oh man. Is that it? Was there really only one? Wow, that's surprising. So there's that. But, yeah, plus the added difficulty, because it's one of those kind of games. I think it'd be a really great contrast to this game, where I already know everything technically, but like I already know a majority about this game, and the only thing I've left really to learn is like DLCs and stuff, because I've completed everything else. So there's that. But I think it's gonna be a nice contrast, and I think you guys might enjoy it. But of course, if you don't, you don't. If you're curious, I mean, I've been asked this a few times, and I know whoever sees this will have their has their questions answered. But if you're curious what I do record on, it's nothing crazy. I actually record off of the PlayStation, not like using an Elgato or anything. I would love to, but I don't have any money, sadly. So that sucks. But I record off the PlayStation, and yeah, I'm trying to span to my laptop that's actually to my right, so I can work more on that. But of course, editing softwares do cost money as well, so it's just much easier to record and then use Share Factory, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's the horrible PS4 version of a editing software. It still works, but it's not as great, and it's very restricted. So I use that, and I have a microphone in front of me that I don't know what it is. I actually don't know what kind of microphone this is. It was given to me, and it was given to me after it was, it was taken. Not stolen, but just taken. I didn't steal it, don't worry. If I stole something, I'd let you guys know instantly. I wouldn't steal anything. Either way, I don't know what microphone this is. It does say in front of it. It says Dayton Audio. I guess I'll do a little bit more research on them in between episodes. Also, we're on the Avengers thing, so that's pretty sick nasty, let me just say.
Avengers Tower is
So there's that.
I think they're probably somewhere on the West Coast right now.
Yeah, probably. It's like it's almost like
The raft.
the Avengers are
Security prison just
trying to fight off Thanos. Well, in this universe, if you haven't seen Infinity War, this is a spoiler. Skip a few seconds ahead. Spider-Man dies. Yeah, he's dead. All right, people who didn't want spoilers for the new Spider-Man, for the Infinity War, which if you haven't already seen Infinity War, come on, like it's a great movie. Just see it by now. You're gonna want to see Endgame. I know you are. Just go see this, and then you'll be fine. Either way, that officially completes every landmark in the city. Nazis made out of bees. That's fun. Yeah. And with that, I believe all landmark tokens are finished. Holy crap. We have so many landmark tokens. And we can buy a lot of things. I'm actually going to buy this now, because that's really good to have. And that's about it, I think. Perfect dodge increases damage temporarily, and I would get that, but I'm not going to. So there's that. Yeah. Let me upgrade this. Nothing there. Let me upgrade that. Nope. Might as well get one of these too, as it's a fat thing. Ground strike, we don't want that, but we do want, where is it? This is nice, but, what do I want? That is a good question. Web throw knocks enemies down during the wind-up, clearing the immediate area. does that. Ball enemy thrown. Brute enemies. Oh, yeah, we want this. Either way, I believe that's all of the landmark things. If I'm missing one, I will check. Just double check right now. Landmark. We have all 47 landmarks in the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, we will definitely go for Shocker, because we're not going to have 2 collectible episodes in a row. But we're definitely going to go for Shocker, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's just get this, because we can. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Crash channel. All that jazz. Also, there's this weird glitch that just happened. It happens really late into the game, I've seen too, where it's gonna, like, instantly give me challenges done, just, like, done. I have no issue with it, but still, I think it's weird that happens. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Crash channel. See you guys next time, where we're gonna go deal with Shocker, or what was it? Howard Schwartz, or whatever it is. Yeah, probably. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.